Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to the channel. Super excited, man. Really excited for this. Finally got some news for you on the expansion. And if you watched the video I did pretty much exactly a week ago, which was my predictions for FarmCon, I got it down to a T. So what's been confirmed is Farming Simulator 25. The year one expansion is going to be called Highlands Fishing. It's set in Scotland. There's going to be fishing in the game, and there's also Highland cows. And it's absolutely insane. It is. It's really good. I'm super excited for it. I've been wanting some UK stuff from Giants since I started playing the game, and it's nice that they're venturing into that. And I think Scotland is a perfect location. I'm recording this on Monday. It's 3:30 right now. I know tomorrow we've got a video trailer coming out at 6 p.m. Not got hands on with that. Don't know what that is. I'm going to be watching it the first time as everyone else. Hopefully it's going to be obviously about this. It looks that way. But when I saw the image in that trailer that people were saying, is it like Mercedes and stuff like this? Mercedes-Benz. I actually thought, no, straight away, I know that castle, and it is in Scotland, and it's pretty much bang on to the castle. So even though this is like a fictional location, you can see inspiration has been taken from places in Scotland. So let's go through it. We've got some pictures, some cool stuff to dissect. We've got a few new, got some confirmed brands that are going to be coming in. One especially I'm super excited for. Yeah, but let's get into it. Let's talk about it and go through the actual blog that I've got right in front of us now. So it says, Fun and Fishy. Highlands Fishing Expansion is coming in November. Again, I called it. I think it would, a lot of people would call it that they usually drop stuff like that in November, a year from when the game launches, and then a year on from that is always going to be like the expansions and the bigger DLCs. But I love the artwork of this. Love the naming pretty much just says it all. Scotland, Highland cows, fishing. You can see the main focus is the fact that we're going now to the aquaculture and, to the aquaculture and just, I don't know. It's going to be crazy. I hope it works well. Obviously, we've got to try it out and see it firsthand, probably in the video maybe. It depends what kind of video it is. If there's a bit of gameplay involved, that'd be nice to see. FarmCon, we should get some as well, so keep an eye out for that kind of news coming out soon. But anyway, let's carry on with it. So Farming Simulator 25 is getting its first major expansion, and it's fun and a fishy one. Highland Fishing arrives November 4th for PC and console, and it adds aquaculture, a new map, new mechanics and gameplay, and you will soon be able to farm fish as well as fields. Highland Fishing will be available both as the standalone expansion and bundled with the base game in a new Highlands Fishing Edition. So you can basically buy FS25 with it bundled in, a bit like they did the premium, premium edition. You can just buy it as one, but it's also included in the year one season pass. So if you've already got the year one season pass, you don't have to worry at all. You'll get it, but you can buy it if you've not even bought 25. Maybe you've been holding off and playing 22. You can buy 25 with this combined. But at the same time, if you've just got 25 and not got the year one expansion, you can pre-order it now. And if you want to use my partner code just to help support the channel, I'll put a link in the video description to go and check that out as well. The expansion will unlock for owners of the year one season pass on release day. Welcome to Kinlag. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Kinlag, where green hills meet the sea. Now we are going to go through these photos individually, but straight away, that is some insane detail. I love the look of that castle and the Scottish flag and the kind of port town, village. You can see it pretty much just says it there, where green hills meet the sea. So you can expect arable. You've got your grasslands, your arable work, but you've also got the mountainous sides to Scotland, which is well known with the sea. I mean, there's locks and everything around, but I love the fact they put this castle in and just kind of, the location looks to be by a bit of a harbour as well. So the new map is called Kinlag. It draws its rugged charm from wind-swept landscapes of Scotland, expert rocky valleys, thick grass, and long stretches of overcast sky. It's a place where you can build farms, tend to livestock, and now take to the water to harvest fish. Authentic stone castles and traditional architecture adds historical flair to the picturesque setting, which it surely does. I'll look at that there and I think, is that like one of the most detailed kind of like map designs I've seen currently in FS25, thinking of like the map they've got, so Riverbend, and it looks like it's a lot more detailed. I mean, Hutan Pantai's got a lot of kind of historical architecture in as well. So yeah, I like the fact they've gone down that route, because I am excited for this more than others, just because I've not seen anything from the UK in anything that Giants have done before. So it's going to be nice to see their take on it. Yeah, I'm super excited. I know it's a little bit biased because I play UK maps anyway, but I think if it was a German map, German players would tend to be more excited for it than probably maybe other people would. But again, I think it all falls down to like what they're adding into it. Gameplay's always been important to me, and also, even if it just looks okay, but they've not added much in, then fair play. I think basically what I'm trying to say is, you could be from anywhere in the world and you could be excited as hell for this, just because of the fact they're adding in fishing. They might love the location, the map, the landscape, anything. But I'm just really, really excited to try out a UK-style Giant setting. I've been wanting it for so long that it's just, I'm really eager to see what they've done with it. So aquaculture comes aboard. Now this, again, just love it. You can see the houses in the distance. They look like the traditional British house style, especially in Scotland. You can see this like a port rundown, port town, with obviously the fishing boats as well. So it looks so good. It really does. And even out here now, I'm looking at the birds and they look to me potentially like seagulls. And if they are adding in seagulls, that would be amazing, because I know they've been adding in more wildlife. Especially recently, we've been having like flocks of birds, and they don't look like seagulls currently. They're more like gulls of some sorts, but they might be seagulls, and it would make sense to put seagulls in by the sea. So yeah, I'd be very surprised if they don't add seagulls in. So the expansion marks a first for the series. Players can now engage in aquaculture. You'll be able to breed, raise, and harvest the fish such as salmon and trout, using both land-based tanks and boats out at sea. So let's just go back and kind of try and dissect that a little bit more. It basically says we'll be able to breed, raise, and harvest them, which is understandable. And there's going to be salmon and trout. We can use two techniques to do this, which is either on land in tanks or out at sea using boats. So that it does specify using boats out to sea. So we should be able to get on a boat and actually, drive it like a vehicle out to sea, which I thought was super cool. So do you prefer a quiet moment by the shore? You can also grab a rod for a relaxing round of shore fishing. It's a whole new way to enjoy the simulator's calm pace, which is a very good point to make, because I've always said that Farming Simulator is like therapy for a lot of people. They just play the game, they want to relax, switch off. So it's, again, another really good way. I hope it works really well. I'm optimistic. I'm excited for that. I just want to get hands-on first before I make judgment, or at least see some gameplay. But the first thing, I'm just happy we're going to get a Scottish map, a UK-based map. And I've said it multiple times. I'm just going to keep saying it. I'm just almost like, finally. So even if the fishing, just doesn't work very well and it's not fun, it just becomes boring really quick, which can happen quite a lot in games, I don't mind, because we've got a setting like this that I think is going to occupy my time for hopefully a good Let's Play series or something, at least on the channel. Definitely going to be trying this one out on day one, and definitely going to try out all the new equipment and the new gameplay mechanics. So we carry on. It says more than fish, new animals, crop, and machinery. Now, some of this machinery is really good. We'll get into the animals in a second. I called the animals. I also said that we could be getting productions, or we could be getting like crops. Luckily, we're getting a crop, it looks like, unless we hear some more news later on down the line, because we've got quite a bit of time for this. It's only June now, well, pretty much July the 1st tomorrow. So we've got the whole of July, whole of August, whole of September, and then it's pretty much the start of November it comes out. So you've got 4 months really with October. So 4 months from now we should get hands-on with this. But anyway, let's carry on. It's not just about the fish though. Highlands Fishing also introduces a new crop as well, which is onions, which is I think what this is here with the new equipment to probably maybe harvest it. I think it looks like it's harvesting, just dropping to the ground, removing the tops. It says, and a new animal type, Highland cattle. There's a healthy boost to your equipment list too, with more than 20 new machines added. New manufacturers like Monusem, Can-Am, AgriSpread, and GT Bunning. Now, that's the one for me that I'm really excited about. The bunning spreaders. We've seen a lot of mods come on Mod Hub. with the Bunning brand coming into it, and I just love the idea of seeing some Bunning spreaders or something like that. Can-Am, I know them well. Agri-Spread I'm going to look into. I'll pop some pictures up of some of the stuff they do in Monosem as well, just so you can give you an idea of what they kind of do. Just maybe probably like the most common kind of style. Just pop up a few pictures right now so you can get an idea of what to expect. But definitely the Bunning is one that stands out to me. And they also support both land and water-based work. So it's going to be interesting to see what that means. But here we go. Look at this. Highland cows. Now, I think that could be a farm shed. I imagine this is like one of the farm locations. Now, looking at that shed, I really like the look of it. It looks rustic, which is what you'd want in a UK setting. Most, yes, you have the new modern sheds, but a lot of farmers just kind of keep it rustic and weathered and all that, especially in Scotland. It can be harsh environments. So, yeah, I like the look of that shed. I'm trying to dissect every picture that I see. And I know up here, you've got the standard trees. I don't think I've seen anything new on the trees, but yeah, I just like but definitely noticing that kind of rustic feel to the sheds and everything. And obviously the Highland cows are just stunning. So really like the fact we're getting that. Whether you're casting nets or planting onions, the expansion deepens the farming experience in exciting new directions. Time to prep your boat and your fishing boots. Now, what I do like is in this picture here, they are focused on the JCB. So I don't know if we're going to be getting some more JCB equipment. I know Ross and Mods has been working his socks off to bring us JCB equipment to Mod Hub. When the game first launched, FS25, it was insane really how much of the JCB brand they dropped. Maybe the plan was to bring a lot of it back in for the premium for this expansion. Who knows? But it's nice that they're kind of showcasing the JCB brand off with it being a UK brand as well. And then you can see here we've got the standard double-decker bus, which is pretty cool to add in. It's going to be nice to see that driving around. I mean, that's one thing you don't get now, like when you play the UK maps from the well-known modders that make the maps for the UK community that want to play it, like Oxy and so on. We don't really get the tailored traffic. So one of the bonuses for Giants to it is we could get some tailored traffic, like you can see. So yeah, we'll go through. I'll put all these screenshots up again. I think it's going to be worth just properly stopping and checking everything out that I've been given as well. I really like the artwork this time around as well, with the focus being on that castle and the Highlands fishing. But yeah, I'm super excited for this, and it pretty much just says at the end here to expect to see more at FarmCon. Now, I'm not heading to FarmCon this time round. I'm going to be working. Me and Beanie are focusing, our funds elsewhere, let's say, for life. We're getting married and all that good stuff. So, unfortunately, we've not been able to go this time round. But what a surprise before FarmCon hits. That this is actually confirmed now. We are getting a Scottish map with fishing and Highland cows and new brands. And I mean, pretty much bang on to what I said last week, which is, super cool. Dead excited for it. Let me know what you think in the comment section, though, because I'm hoping a lot of people that watch and follow the channel are also excited to see this and get hands-on. What do you think about the fishing? Are you optimistic? Are you skeptical? Just giving me your honest feedback on it. It'd be nice to get kind of gauge of what people are thinking on this one. But yeah, July 5th and 6th, so we're talking this weekend, FarmCon is. We should get some more news, but also tomorrow we're going to be getting the preview video of it. So yeah, that'll be interesting to have a look at. I should get the video after that to kind of check out, but everyone can see it anyway on the YouTube channel. But so I probably won't do any more content on it after that until we get some more news. But yeah, looking forward to checking that out at 6 p.m. on the Farming Simulator YouTube channel. But anyway, let's get the pictures up. We've gone through the blog. That's pretty much everything. It looks really cool, but I want to try and get these pictures now full screen and we can have a good look at them. Right, so, oh my God, it looks so much better. I'm just trying to see if them birds look like seagulls. I think they are, seagulls. They look like seagulls. I don't know. They could be the flock of birds that we've already been getting in recently. It could be. But I think they'd be missing a trick if they didn't put seagulls in. But let's have a look at the buildings and everything around. The architecture of it and the way that it's kind of layered, so you can see that it goes uphill a little bit going into that area, but I love the landscape to it and the old rustic feel of that kind of harbour town that's been weathered, by the harsher environment. Also, a really nice church. It looks like a bit of a cathedral going on this side. And then even all the boats as well just look really good. If you can get in the majority of them and maybe even choose, like, maybe it's something you invest in a bit like, tractors. You get like it start off with a one that doesn't cost too much and then invest in something that's a lot more and maybe can do more capacity wise if it's a production, or I don't know how the fishing is going to work, but it gives you an option to invest the money back into things like improving on your boat that would in turn, reward you better. I think that's super cool. And then you've got some people floating about the place. It looks like some graffiti down here. I'm not noticing anything else that's standing out. Got rope there. A lot of just kind of added detail to make it feel immersive and alive. But love the houses down this side as well. Looks like maybe a road, a bit of a bridge. And I can imagine looking the opposite way would be a really nice view as well. So here we are. I mean, that is pretty impressive. So you can see now that that's the cathedral. So it was to the right of us a tiny bit. So we were probably just behind around here looking over, because that's that house and then this is that area. And so just over to the right of where you can't see would be where I said that bridges and the other houses. So you can see that it is quite a layered harbour town. So, the waterfront down this side is obviously lower down. And then you can go out further into the town and to the cathedral end. But the castle itself is what stands out here in this shot. As well, it's just impressive. I mean, I think if we get the chance, a lot of people are going to drive a tractor through it. Don't know how that's going to happen. But yeah, we'll be driving tractors through it for certain. But yeah, absolutely stunning artwork on that. They've done a cracking job there. And it looks like a bit of a paddock area, maybe a pasture outside here. And looks like a train line going through there, or maybe an aqueduct or something. But I'm going to guess that's a train line. It'd be super cool if there is a train on the map, because most Giants maps do have a train line. So, and imagine what the train looks like. Is it going to be like an old school British style train, or I would hope so with the area that it's in. That adds more questions. Like with the train line down here, what are we going to get? Now I'm looking to see if I can notice anything like these tanks that they're on about for the fishing. I actually can't see anything that stands out currently. I mean, that could be something. I'm probably going to say that's a bit of a bridge. You've got some fields in the background there as well. Looks like a bit of a mast. But I'm not noticing anything too much. The detail on the hills I like, and there is a lot of birds. Like, they look like birds to me, and that's a lot more birds than what you're used to seeing when you see like a flock of 5 or 6 fly by. So, yeah, is that potentially going to mean that we're going to get more wildlife, which you'd expect by the seaside? So, in a harbour town, you're going to see a lot of birds, seagulls, things like that. So, who knows? So now we're onto the Highland cows, bit of a farm area. But the first thing that stands out to me is the grass. That is a new grass texture, and it actually looks a lot better. I am pretty confident, almost certain that is a new grass texture. And it looks pretty cool. I mean, the Highland cows are awesome. They really are. I mean, that still looks like a younger Highland cow. That could be like the full-grown, full-aged one. You can tell that these are younger, they've not got the horns yet. But it's going to be so cool to have some Highland cows as well. Looking over here then at this looks like to be some kind of storage shed of some sort or some sorts. It's got vents on, so it could be like for onions or something. Could be. Got some shutter doors and everything, and a nice wooden gate there as well. And then off in the distance, we've got, I don't know what that is. It could be like a production, could be a sell point, could be just a little location to maybe start up a farm. Who knows? It looks like some fencing work out there, but definitely up high, aren't we? Because the horizon's on that side. So, yeah, but grass texture is what stands out for me there. Super cool. Right, looking at the next one, I think we got 2 more after this. But the first thing that stands out to me here is a UK number plate. So we've got the standard UK number plates built into the map, which is going to be great for all players that are playing it. We've got the authentic license plates. JCB 4220 icon, really nice piece of kit. And then we've first piece of new, so our first new brand kit here, the Agri Spread. Now I've got all the sites up ready. We're going to go through them one by one just to give you an idea of what the brands we've got as confirmation are going to show, or probably going to bring to the table. I know GT Bunning is pretty much like muck spreaders, so we should be getting some of them, which is great to see. Looking at this though, that looks like obviously it's either spreading fertilizer or lime. My guess is it's lime there. Now I'm just trying to notice anything in the distance. There's something up top there. Who knows what that could be? But there's not much else that I'm noticing. I hope I'm not missing anything. If I am, let me know in the comment section. I mean, I like the fact that... I mean, it'd be good if they added in a kilt. That'd be funny. Like an item that you can wear as a kilt. But yeah, nothing else to see there. Nothing else that I can notice. I think this spreader here by Agri Spread is pretty much the main focus, but also, you know, your UK number plate as well. So let's have a look at this then. We've got the Fent 728 Vario. It's got 2 pieces of kit attached to it, and it looks like it's for the onions down here. So, yeah, that looks like a topper, and then this is obviously picking it up in rows, and then you've got to kind of use another piece of kit to actually pick it up from the ground, either put it into a trailer or, you know, a bucket, whatever. But that's pretty much the focus of this picture. It's got to be, the fact that it's showing off the onions. What I have noticed, though, is that looks like a really nice UK-style shed for bales, just in the middle of nowhere. So that's kind of confirmation that we're going to have some good British assets. Now, the good thing to point out here is I know we can't do it yet, or modders can't do it yet, because it's always locked. The DLCs are locked for a good reason, you know, because it's extra paid content. So you can't really use it to mod, because then you're giving away that extra paid content for free on ModHub. But going into FS28, modders can use these assets to build more UK maps or streamline it. You know, and that there is a shed. It's a bale shed that now modders could use potentially on a map they want to bring over to FS28. You know, most of the time, these maps will get ported over to the next game as a mod or, you know, on ModHub. And as soon as that happens then, and Giants release it, then, you know, it's fair game and people can use it. So that's always something to keep in mind, because we've never had that before. UK modders have never had the chance to go off and use UK assets made by Giants. It's always been the base game assets, Eastern European or Central European or American assets. So it's a big positive for UK players that want to play UK maps as well. And then finally, we're now on to this kind of little town area. This is that bridge. This is definitely the houses at the top that I said look pretty cool. Now, I imagine this is the road, so just down at the bottom here would be the curve coming up and out of town, and then you've got these houses up here, the blue painted one, the pinkish red one, and then you can see the double-decker bus with Highland 25 on, and then some cars here. Looks like a Skoda on the go there, and it's left-hand drive on the car, but the bus is right-hand drive. So maybe the unique like traffic system that's going to be added in, that's obviously tailored for this setting, will be right-hand drive, but the existing ones are just going to stay left-hand drive, as if they're like tourists. The things to point out for modders, you got the electrical lines that can be used, telephone poles probably. I can see some dry stone walls down there. We've got a British post box down there as well that can be used. These are all assets that can potentially be used in FS28 for modders to make maps. So they're going to have, you know, on hand dry stone walls and bridges and just so many things now. And, it's super cool, it is. And hopefully that means we should see, fingers crossed, more new UK maps going forward into the next game. This looks like a bit of a shop down here as well, which is pretty cool. And then what looks like there is that green box is like the phone boxes, like broadband boxes and stuff. And there's also a UK bin there as well, so like a general waste bin. So again, all assets that can be used. Super cool and really picturesque as well. So now let's go through the brands. I've got 4 of them here for you. The first one's called Monosem. It's actually a French brand. I've just been doing some, research just very briefly on it. It is a French department or a French business. And what it's basically going to add to the game potentially, if we go right to the top and go to the equipment, you can see that they've got planters. So quite a few options there for planting. We've also got some cultivators. We've got multi-crop, super crop, and vegetables. So it could be something to do with the onion side of things. And we've got some fertilizers, which is like a spreader. And then that's pretty much it. So expect to see some planters, cultivators, fertilizer from this brand. And if we look at Can-Am, now these are well known for like quads, vehicles, ATVs, side-by-side kind of things. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with Can-Am. It potentially could just be... I don't actually know what this could be. I imagine that it's probably going to be like quads and stuff like that, but it'd be interesting to see what they bring in now that Can-Am's going to be an actual brand in the game as well. So, but they do some pretty sweet quads, so that could be interesting. And then we've got Agri Spread, which you've already seen in the game. So you've got some spreaders here, some like fert spreaders. You've also got some ones for muck as well, some muck spreaders. This one's a horizontal beta spreader. So there's quite a few options, but mainly all the products are fertilizer, lime, and bulk spreaders, chassis-mounted spreaders, and hydraulic folding wind booms, and manure spreaders as well. So expect to see spreaders come into the game. I mean, it looks like a lot because if we go to the next one, which is bunning, pretty much all that bunning does are spreaders. So there's going to be... I don't know if they're going to be bringing in the Mark IIs, the Mark IVs. There's so many different variations here, but it's all, to the size. You've got the small one, which is the Farm Star. I'd probably like to see the little small one and maybe a bigger one, personally, but really excited to see bunning or GT bunning in the game. A massive fan of this spreader. It is a stunning piece of kit. So, yeah, hopefully soon we'll get confirmation of what they're actually going to be bringing, but super cool piece of kit, brilliant brand, well-known UK brand as well. Would have liked to see maybe like, Richard Weston or McHale or Malone or anything like that, but I'm very happy with what we've found out today. It's super exciting stuff, and yeah, I can't wait to try it. I can't wait to see more information on it, and I have to take my hat off to Giants and say well done. It's exactly what I've been after for a very long time, and I can't fault it. I really can't. So I've given Giant Software a lot of criticism since FS25 dropped. I think a lot of people have, and rightly so. They made a great game look a lot better, but we didn't really get that much when it comes to new gameplay features. But I just want to give, credit when credit's due. This is exciting news for me. I can't wait to try it out, and the hype train is in full flow. And let's hope we also get a really nice, authentic train on the map. I think that is a train line, if I was going to guess. So, yeah, can you imagine something like Harry Potter? Something like that. But let me know what you think in the comment section. You can probably tell from this video I am super excited about this. I'm really happy. Well done, Giant Software. And let me know what you think in the comment section. I'd be really interested to see what everyone's opinion is. Are you happy? Are you excited like me? Or are you a bit skeptical and want to get hands-on first or see some gameplay footage? Either way, I'd love to know your thoughts on it. So I'll leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you found it informative. If you have, give it a thumbs up for me because that really does help me out. And if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.